your feedback and welcome any comment, query, or complaint regarding our programs. Get in touch with us on 0724 121 812 or email complaints@daesaktv.com. You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Did you know that there is a natural site on Earth where carbonate mineral left by spring waters made beautiful thermal springs? Pamukkale is a natural site in Denizli province in southwestern Turkey. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and it came to be when the ancient Greek city of Hierapolis was built on top of Travertine Formation. The formation, which was 2,700 meters long and 600 meters wide, has thermal springs made of snow white limestone that was shaped long time ago. Dripping slowly down the mountainside, mineral-rich waters collect in and cascade down the mineral terraces into pools below. Legends has it that the formation are solidified cotton that giant left out to dry. Stay in the know with Daesak TV.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Every morning as you set out for the day, we are right there with you. We bring you a review of your dailies as well as keeping you in touch with your current affairs.
We discuss issues affecting us as well as entertain you as you set out for your day.
So join me, Kelvin Mungai,
and I, Welimu Mugo,
every weekday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
only on The Morning Dew Show, here at Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
You've decided that you're not going to allow your circumstances to define you. You've decided that you're not going to allow the events, the things, the people, life determine who you become.
There's two lies we've been told growing up. The first lie is you're nothing. You're stupid, you're worthless, you're not going to make it. And I'm sure many people listening and watching have heard that from teachers, parents, aunts, uncles, whoever it is. And then the other lie that we're actually told, and I don't think it's a lie, I think it's positive, but sometimes it's misconstrued, is you can be anything. And we all know that's not true too. And it's unfair because sometimes people get misled. And the Dharma point of view is you can't be anything you want, but you can be everything you are. And what I mean by that is you have a genius, a potential, a power inside of you that you don't know yet. Why? Because you're inexperienced. It's not that you're unqualified, it's your inexperience. So people are saying, I'm stuck. I don't know where my life's going. I don't know what my purpose is. So you're perceiving yourself to be unqualified or underqualified. Actually, you're just inexperienced. You just haven't done enough things to let the magnet of your life tell you what it's attracted to.
A man is about responsibility. And I think a man, a true man, knows he's the head but plays, the tail.
Here's what I'm asking you to do. Walk away from the 97%. Don't use their vocabulary. Don't use their excuses. Don't go where they go. Don't do what they do. Don't talk like they talk. It's not what happens that determines the major part of your future. The key is what you do about it. If you will start that process of change, do something different the next 90 days than you did the last 90 days, like picking up the books to read. Since we cannot change the circumstances, but we can change ourselves. What you have at the moment, you've attracted by the person you become. If you will change, everything will change for you. To have more, you simply have to become more. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes. It'll all change for you.
You could be given the best opportunity in the world, and if you're not willing to work, nothing works.
You want to get your work ethic so high that people actually admire you. I'm going to ask you a question right now. Do people know you because of your unbelievable work ethic? If you can't answer yes to that, man, you're not going to get in that top 10%. Dude, people need to know you for one major thing first. He works. The guy's there every day. The guy's pushing and shoving. Because the truth is, no matter how good your ideas are, how good your art is, if you're not working, man, if you're not vibrating at a frequency that people say, my God, how does that guy do all that? If you're not vibrating at that rate, tremendous work ethic that's just a muscle now, and it's just a discipline in your life, and it's a way. Look, if you're not working at that level, you're not going to make it. Get your work ethic in, man. It's the American way. Work ethic. And life gives us not what we want. Life gives us who we are. When you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice.
So, now what else would help you to be attractive to the marketplace besides more than one skill and more than one languages? I've divided it into five simple, basic fundamentals of ideas to ponder and think about that will increase your value to the marketplace. Could perhaps, like it did for me, multiply your income by 2, and then multiply it by 3, and then multiply your income by 4, and then by 5. And once you get there, it's not that difficult to multiply it by 10, because all you have to do is make sure you become more valuable and more valuable and more valuable. You don't have to work on the economy, because here's the first note. Each person's income is determined primarily by their philosophy, not by the economy. Once I understood that, then I said, well, I don't have to go to work on the economy. And the answer was no. You only have to go to work on yourself to make yourself more valuable.
Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attraction. But guess what? Your imagination really is. It's the evidence of things not seen. Because your imagination, you know why it's the evidence of things not seen? Because you're the only one can see it. Your imagination is actually God showing you a preview of a coming attraction that He has for you. The moment you don't believe in your imagination, you negate what He got for you. Your imagination is the preview to life's coming attraction. It is the evidence of things not seen, because can't nobody see it with you. Your problem is you keep telling your imagination to the wrong people. See, if you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. It's dead. How many times, man, have you had a tremendous idea? Something you thought was the one, and you went and told it to your loved ones and your so-called friends, and they shot it down. I mean, you was convinced that it was just, oh man, I just came to you. And you told it to them and they shot it down. And you thought since they was your loved ones and their friends and they got your best interests at heart, you believed them. You was wrong. You let them talk you out of what God got for you. Some of y'all still sitting here with the ambition of opening a business one day, but you scared to go start the business because you got a job and you got bills. Rich people got bills. Everybody got bills. Hell, I got bills. Everybody owes somebody something. I got something with the bank right now. You're going to let the fact that you got some bills stop you from opening the business, the thing that God done put in your imagination. So you're going to squash that because you got bills. Everybody got bills. Your real life is in your imagination. Can you grab what I'm telling you? So I don't know what you thought I was going to say to you. I'm just a real dude. I don't even have the education you all have. I flunked out of school. I ain't got no education. I don't use 4-syllable words. The only 4-syllable word I know is my bank account. What I'm sharing with you is stuff that everybody can apply today. If you're sitting in here thinking that you're too old to listen to what Steve, hell, I'm 60. I'm 60 years old. But I still rely on my imagination. See, if you think you're too old to make it, let me give you a prime example. Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders has been frying chicken his whole life. He was telling everybody he had the best chicken in the world. Ain't nobody believe him. They turned him down everywhere. Colonel Sanders didn't get a franchise till he was in his 60s. Kentucky Fried Chicken sell more chicken than anybody in the world today. So if you're sitting there thinking because you got a little gray on you, you're too late, as long as God waking you up in the morning, that's the sign that he ain't through with you. So what you tripping for? You sitting up in here like God can't do nothing for you because you 60. Man, you know what I'm asking God for right now? And I'm 60. If you could see my vision board, you would be blown away. Because I got enough right now. I really know. But I ain't in the need business. I'm in the want business. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting something. Quit going down to these churches y'all sitting up in here going down to, keeping you in these little boxes. God got a big life for you. The only person ain't get, and look, and I love church. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking church. Don't tweet that. Steve don't care for the church no more. I didn't say that. But don't go down there, memorize all these scriptures, and then don't apply none of them to your life. That's what I'm talking about. Quit going down there just to go and just get a couple of scriptures and apply them to you. The smallest scripture I ever read changed my life. The scripture is real simple. You have not because you ask not.
You see, successful people, we don't use hope as a strategy, because the minute you use the word hope, what you're saying is you have no power, you have no control over the outcome. When you give away that responsibility, you also give away that power. You have no control, you have no choice.
Because people perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B. I'm telling you, I've never ever had a plan B.
Like most of us, we struggle with those things. We were insecurities and saying, you know what? But once I get rich and I get powerful, then I'll feel good. So while you're out there striving for success and clawing for it, even though you feel insecure a lot, you say, I know why. It's because I don't have success yet.
And that's the key, because it means that we tried. It means that we got up. It means that we cured our fear by taking action over and over and over.
What will come, and whatever it is, I'm going to learn from that.
You guys, remember, if you want to be successful, learn from the other people's mistakes. Don't learn from the successful stories.
I need you to be self-aware. So I need you to remember that you are always learning. In life, you are always learning. And I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to see yourself capable, lovable, and unconditionally worthy of your future.
You can go after whatever you want. You just cannot deny anyone else to go after whatever they want. You don't have to wait in line. You don't have to do it the way everybody else has done it. You can do it your way. You can break the rules. You just can't get in the way of somebody else getting what they want.
The things that define you as successful existed long before you were becoming successful. The relationship with your family, the health in your body, the ability to command your arm to raise and it raises, the ability to smell the roses and to enjoy laughter, to laugh until your belly hurts, the ability to have faith and pray and see and believe in the unseen.
Figure out who you are, don't apologize for who you are, and then become even greater than you naturally are at what you are.
So many people float down the river of life without ever even putting their paddles in the water, just hoping and praying and dreaming and wishing that they're going to end up somewhere good. Guys, that's not how life works. You know, you have paddles in your boat, you just got to learn to use them.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Kasani nakwambia hii kazi ni ya wanaume. Twende nyumbani. Hapana mami, nataka kujua kuendesha. Nataka kujua kuendesha.
Wewe wachana na Kasheri. Sasa unauliza Kasheri nini?
Nakwambia makosa hii kazi ni ya wanaume.
Wachana na Kasheri. Kasheri soma.
Nini huelewi hapa?
Hapana, hata kazi za wanaume ni kama za wanawake.
Hivyo ndivyo mambo yalivyokuwa mama alipogundua bintiye anajifunza plant machinery operation. Lakini kwa sasa amejawa na tabasamu.
Hey, mwanzoni msichana wetu alipotuambia anataka kusoma mambo na matingatinga. But at least today we know better. Sure.
County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. Mabingwa katika ufundishaji wa kuendesha magari na matingatinga ya aina yote.
Tumefunza kwa miaka mingi, tumefunza watu wengi, wengine wameajiriwa na wengine wamejiajiri.
Utajijenga na tujenge taifa letu. Tupigie simu kupitia nambari ulizopewa au tutembelee Thika along Garissa Road. County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. The Kenyan way for Kenyans.
Royal County College of Technology. We offer the following courses: business management, accounting packages, social work, community development, secretarial studies, ICT, ICDL, computer studies, among others. Visit our website at www.royalcountycollegeoftechnology.co.ke. Call us on 0799-256-357 or 0733-756-060. Email us via royalcountycollegeoftechnology@gmail.com. Registration is ongoing. Train with the best to become the best. Royal County College of Technology, modeling excellence.
So welcome to Junction View Estate. This is a project that is 100 meters off Moya Makutano Road. The project is ideal for commercial. As you can see, it is a few meters from Makutano town. The plots have already title deeds. Again, the red soil is red soil. The size is 50 by 100. And the plots are only going, get this, they are only going for 1.2 million shillings. And I've just told you, the plots have already title deeds. So all you need is to come, see, identify your plot, and then you proceed and transfer the title into your team. When you talk of deposit, come with as little as 50,000 Kenya shillings. You can make a deposit and acquire and own a plot with us. Thank you so much. You can also reach us on this number 0700 048 048. You can also get to our office, Makutano office, just next to Fortune Circle. We also have another office at Keno Town. That's just right opposite KCB as you head to Moranga Town. That's a few meters from County Supermarket as you head to Moranga. At Wickred Property Company Limited, we partner with you in actualizing your dreams of owning a plot or a property for a better future. Thank you and welcome.
Bedlam ni dawa bora zaidi ya kuua kunguni. Ina uwezo wa kuua viwango vyote kutoka mayai hadi kunguni aliyekomaa. Haina harufu wala mwasho na inaweza kutumika mahali popote. Bedlam imeidhinishwa na Shirika la Afya Duniani WHO. Ipate kwa Agrovet karibu nawe. Kwa maelezo zaidi tumia nambari zifuatazo. Angamiza kunguni na Bedlam kutoka Kenagro.
This is Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an institute with a difference, teaching with a purpose to produce young men and women of distinction. We train a generation of professionals. We offer certificate and diploma qualifications in hospitality management and information technology. Our school is accredited by the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority, the TVETA. We are located at Cascades Plaza, Karatina Road, right next to Thika Fire Station. Talk to us today on 0703 777 888. That's 0703 777 888. Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an oasis of excellence.
January intake is ongoing.
Do you desire to turn your house into a home? At Pinto Furnishings, we offer exquisite interior design solutions. Contact us for curtains, shears and curtain rods, wall stickers, wallpapers and wall hangings, beddings, mats, lights, live and artificial decorative plants, and many more. We also offer interior design classes at affordable prices. For more information, call 0710 606312, 0710 606312. Choose elegance, choose Pinto.
Je, ungependa kuwa shupavu katika operesheni?
Once again, it is a beautiful Friday morning. My name is Kelvin Mungai.
And I am Wairimu Mugo. Thanks again for choosing Daesak TV as your channel of choice. And just as I was telling you, being a Friday, ni ile siku ambayo tunazungumza na lugha ya Kiswahili katika ile segment yangu. So I'll be joining part of the Swahili news team at that section just to have fun. It's Friday.
It is Friday. And before we get to that, that and the hotspot segment that will be coming after our newspaper review. We have to look at what is happening in the dailies to keep you updated. As usual, I have the Daily Nation with me, where Rimo will be taking you through the Standard. There are quite some interesting headlines on the headline page of the Nation today. At the very top is Kenya's stakes in Ukraine war. Russia's ground forces yesterday invaded Ukraine from several directions, encircling the country within hours of President Vladimir Putin's announcing his decision to launch an assault. But even though this is happening hundreds of miles away, the conflict could hit Kenyan households hard if imports from the two countries are disrupted, resulting in shortages that could raise the cost of bread, ugali, fertilizer, and machinery. That is a story that continues on page 2 and 3. Then before we even get into that, I think it goes to show how small the world has become. If a conflict happening between two countries that are so many kilometers away from us could affect our households to the point of affecting the cost of the food that we eat.
Yeah, sure. And a similar story with a big headline there on the Standard newspaper: Russian fire rains down on Ukraine. And it's a story that continues to page 10 and 11. And just to state what the Standard has written here is the Ukraine State Border Guard Service site damaged by shelling in Kyiv region. Ukraine yesterday and Russia in... Let me repeat that statement. Ukraine State Border Guard Service site damaged by shelling in Kyiv region. Ukraine yesterday. Russia invaded its neighbors after months of tension, which reached a new height on Monday when Moscow recognized Donetsk and Luhansk, the two breakaway regions, as independent entities. Well, that's a story we could look up to if time allows. On to the major story, we have Sagana 3 aftershocks, and we have pictured Uhuru Kenyatta, we have William Ruto and Raila Odinga. And just to state what Uhuru says is that there will be a that day campaign in Mount Kenya, and the campaign will be to woo leaders and clip Ruto support Uhuru, Raila to start rallies after a month. Well, the DP William Ruto says a president has right to back Raila, and he also changes tact on response to Uhuru as he unveils his packed trip to US and UK. Well, what's happening with Raila is that he will hold an NGC today and NDC on Saturday, while Jubilee will be holding similar talks as Raila is set to be unveiled as Azimio candidates. Well, that is one of a story making headlines on the Standard newspaper, while we also have Kalonzo allies to join as Raila in Azimio, and a bit of entertainment news we'll be checking out later.
Indeed, the main project, or the main headline, sorry, not project, the main headline of the Daily Nation reads Prophet or Project. This is of course in reference to Honorable Raila Odinga. How did he get here? Raila Amolo Odinga, scion of opposition Doyen Jaramogi, inherited the rebellious streak of his father and kept the flame of dissidence burning for over 4 decades, until now when his presidential candidacy is considered somewhat unusual. Today, 2 parallel events by Jubilee and ODM will take place in Nairobi, and both will have a common political objective that highlights the shocking, if not outrageous, transformation this rebel with a cause has undergone as he mounts his 5th run for president. That is a story happening on pages 4 and 5. It is a story we will be looking at, and just from the preliminary reading of that story done by me, I think it highlights some of the struggles and that Honorable Raila Odinga has undergone, and he is one man that is deserving of respect.
Yeah,
on pages 12 and 13, the Deputy President downplays Kenyatta's endorsement of his main rival, Odinga, as inconsequential to his chances of winning this year's presidential election. Then there is a story on page 51 about Kenya being banned indefinitely by FIFA over government interference. That is a story that a lot of local football fans we will be very, very interested in, and it is happening. The details are on page 51 of your Daily Nation.
Well, on page 4 of the Standard newspaper, we have first checking Uhuru's data in Sagana speech, and this is a news desk opinion of the Standard media, and they have just tried to check on what Uhuru said, whether there was truth in it or there was facts. And there's a chart there showing how Mount Kenya counties have benefited since 2013 to 2021, and also the percentage in terms of growth. And some facts about what Uhuru said is that the country's economy more than doubled from 5.3 trillion since President took over in 2013. Mount Kenya countries got 27% of all roads to be covered under ambitious roads 2000 program. Well, in Sagana, the president also talked about how the economy has doubled and completed all the incomplete projects left by former President Mwai Kibaki. Mount Kenya region, for example, has the longest stretch of roads to be covered under the ongoing Roads 2000 program, in which the government hopes to cover about 10,000 kilometers through a public-private partnership arrangement over the next 3 years. Well, 5.328 kilometers of the roads to be covered. Mount Kenya counties are in Kirinyaga, Kiambu, Nyandarua, Murang'a, Nyeri, Meru, Laikipia, Embu, Tharaka Nithi, which have taken at least 1,466 kilometers, and they say that's about 27% of the total roads to be covered. And according to this writer, there is some truth to what Uhuru said about Mudavadi's time being the Minister for Budget and or for Finance, and there's some truth to this. In his first financial year in 1993/1994, Mudavadi managed a budget of 179.6 billion, which is less than half of what the devolved governments received in the financial year that ended in 2021. Well, I don't know whether we could say it is not all, because if you relate the 179.6 billion to current currency, it could almost be something similar. So I don't know why they keep going there. It's like comparing a shilling in the 90s and comparing the shilling now.
The value has definitely changed.
Yes.
Now on to page 2 and 3 of the Daily Nation. This is of course the story about how the conflict between Russia and Ukraine will affect Kenya. Despite the conflict happening so many millions of thousands of kilometers away from us, and it also being on a very different continent, but this is how it will affect Kenya. Imports products from Russia and from Ukraine, and the Daily Nation has highlighted some of the products and the amount in billions and millions of shillings that they are valued at. So of the, well, it states the value of goods in shillings that Kenya imported from Russia in 2020, that figure stands at 40 billion. In the same year, the country imported commodities worth 8 billion shillings from Ukraine. The commodities included wheat, maize, seed oil, fertilizer, and machinery. And a bit of a breakdown of those products. Of the 40.6 billion products Kenya imported from Russia in 2020, based on data submitted by UN Comtrade, a repository of official international trade statistics, which constituted 16.5 billion shillings, maize 989 million shillings, and fertilizer 4.9 billion shillings. And of the 8 billion shillings commodities Kenya imported from Ukraine in 2020, according to the database, soybeans constituted 1.08 billion, wheat and maize 1.07 billion, vegetables 655 million shillings, and sunflower seeds and cotton seed oil valued at 434 million shillings. The conflict, of course, has an impact on the prices of oil. And oil prices yesterday skyrocketed to the highest level since 2014 to $100 a barrel, just after Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered a military operation against Ukraine. The Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority Director General Daniel Kiptoo yesterday noted that Kenya, which holds little fuel reserve stocks due to the volatility of global crude prices, would feel the impact of the price increase almost immediately. So if you keep large stocks of fuel when you think the prices are low, then the prices go lower, you will have a hard time selling that stock, said Mr. Kiptoo during the release of Energy Statistics Report in 2021. He continues to say Kenya's fuel stocks can only last for 10 days. That's a grim figure, meaning the higher fuel prices will be reflected in the next fuel pricing on March 14th, unless the government continues to apply the fuel subsidy to keep the prices low. This is not very good news, considering that the country is just now trying to recover from the impact of COVID-19.
Yeah, and just to imagine that price, you see, if petroleum prices hike, then every other commodity will go up.
Yes.
And just to think that it's already a bit too tough for Kenyans, then I do not want to imagine how tougher it can get. It could be sad. It's not something we'd want to imagine. And then we ask, what happened to our Turkana oil?
Well, that would have been ideal for cautioning the country in times like this, but like everything else in Kenya, there is a lot of bureaucracy, and plus, once politics is involved in such a project, it is definitely going to have some challenges.
Yeah. So on page 6 of the Standard newspaper, it's local politics, and Sagana 3 plan to win back Mount Kenya from Ruto takes shape, and this comes after the Wednesday meeting at Sagana State Lodge, dubbed as Sagana 3. Uhuru made it clear that he would not be supporting his deputy in the August elections. His message set the stage for a bruising political battle for the heart and soul of Mount Kenya, a region seen as leaning towards Ruto. Well, according to Gatanga MP Ndwati Ngugi, who was among the leaders who attended the meeting, said they will now go full throttle and face the electorate after being emboldened by the president's words that they should go out and campaign for Raila and Jubilee. And I quote unquote there, we have been given a go-ahead by the boss himself. We will now face our people and disclose everything, he said. Well, these MPs have been charged with the responsibility of turning the tide against UDA in areas considered its strongholds, and similar teams will be deployed in other areas where they will hold political rallies after town hall meetings with select participants. It's going to be messy, and I feel that they will come back with a lot of energy, which we anticipate. And according to Peter Kimari, who is Mathioya MP, in counties where Ruto and his party enjoy support, all MPs from Mount Kenya region will invade. I love that word from the writer. It really makes it feel like a battle. Will invade the area and woo back the electorate. The president has given us the content, and we have told him we require only 1 month to deliver. And on page 7 of the Standard newspaper, there is feedback for this, where the DP Ruto allies responded to this by saying, and I quote Irongo Kangata, who is Murang'a senator, "We are not rebuting anything against Uhuru. We feel sad that Tinga is misusing the president to win the presidency by all means." And we have Rigathi Gachagua, one of the very vocal people in DP's campaigns. We are not in competition with Uhuru, but Raila, and our meeting is not for reacting to Uhuru's allegations against Ruto, but an engagement with the people. And yesterday at Mutito, DP said the same words, and he says, it should be clear that I'm not in any competition with President Uhuru Kenyatta. Raila should stop hiding behind the president. Let him come and face me. Those words were said in Mutito, in Machakos. Was it Machakos? Yes. Kitui. Sorry. Yes.
Now to a story about Honorable Raila Odinga. It is titled Odinga, Rebel with a Cause Who Became Darling of the State. Some supporters have labeled him a sellout, while opponents say he is a puppet of deep state operatives who want to retain their hold onto power by proxy. Will the state's embrace be the mojo that breaks his losing streak? And can he shake off the activism that became his brand? Now, Honorable Raila has been in politics for quite a while. And part of this story says that he is the longest political detainee in the country, having been detained for 9 years because of how he is always seems to be against the government. And at one point he was, well, it says here, let me read, Mr. Odinga is the longest serving political detainee alive, jailed cumulatively for 9 years, including once for an alleged attempt to topple President Daniel Moi's government. He has also battled President Mwai Kibaki and Uhuru Kenyatta. So of the presidents who have been ruling the country, the only president that he has not gone against is the first president, that is our first president, Jomo Kenyatta. But Jomo Kenyatta again had to face his father, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Ever since Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, his father, fell out with the first president, Jomo Kenyatta, the Odingas have been viewed suspiciously by the state and oftentimes have been handled with a long stick every time they have been invited to the table. Now, we had a guest, I think last week or the week before, who said that most of the people who have risen to power from Mount Kenya region owe a big debt to Honorable Raila Odinga, but it's not in the way that you would think, because if you hear such a statement, the first thing that comes into your mind would be, he has mentored them or something. But he said that they have gotten to that point by playing with the emotions of the people against Honorable Raila Odinga. Nothing better illustrates this than today's, that is about the two parallel events that are running today from Jubilee and the ODM. So nothing better illustrates this than today's meeting in Nairobi of top organs of the ruling Jubilee party and ODM party, both of which are united by one goal: to endorse Mr. Odinga's presidential candidacy. It continues to say that he is now a favorite of the ruling elite, demonstrates the transformation that his critics allege is a betrayal of ideals that made him a populist figure. Now, Honorable Odinga has been loved by the people of Kenya because he seems to always be siding with them against the government. That is up until the time when the handshake happened in 2018. So he has been against, in the first term, he was against the government's borrowing, saying, talking about the debt ceiling and all that, and the kind of impact that this unregulated borrowing will have on the economy. But then during the second term, he was quiet. He was more quiet than he was in the first term, and now on the campaign trail, he is actually even defending the government's borrowing, saying that, and he once said that there is no country without debt. The article continues and say, many countries remember the last time he raised a finger against runaway government corruption, and that is so unlike Raila. Now, this is a story that if you read, you get to, it sort of raises a sense of respect within you for Honorable Raila Odinga, regardless of your political affiliations.
Well, I wanted us to check on the cartoon because I know time is almost flying out on us.
Yes.
And the new chapter in history of democracy in Kenya, and there is a book there written 2022 and how to win party nominations. So how do we win party nominations in 2022 and get endorsed by your party, IEBC and Registrar of Political Parties? 1, poor planning. 2, disorganization. 3, thuggery and violence. 4, bribery. 5, rigging and fake news. That's like a Mwakenya for those who want to get through with the party nominations. However, I feel like it's all wrong. But who are we? This is Kenya. Sometimes it goes way beyond what you're thinking.
Now, before we end this segment, there is a table on page 12 of the Daily Nation that a lot of people will be interested in. That is, if you are looking for the truth about the debt, Kenya's debt, because it has become a point of political campaigning in the recent past. So there is a table with facts and figures. The overall debt position, the net total in shillings from September 2019 was 5.4 trillion. The net total in shillings on September 2021 was 7.5 trillion. And then there is a breakdown that is done there. Then there is a quote by ANC leader Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. It may be of interest to note that debt commitment pre-handshake was 4.5 trillion and the post-handshake figure has ballooned to 11.7 trillion. Was the handshake a license to burdening Kenyans with punitive public debt, punitive taxation, punitive food prices, and a high cost of living? That is what he said. And the nation has determined that this fact was overblown. And in fact, there is a stamp there that is written overblown. And kudos to the nation team for going out and making and fact-checking this statement, because this is how we keep our leaders in check and making them accountable for the statements that they make. So there is that breakdown. You can look at it on page 12 of the Daily Nation.
Well, before we wind up, there was a major win for artists as House passes bill, and artists are set to benefit from enhanced revenue from their ringback tunes after lawmakers passed a bill providing for a new sharing formula, as they call it. Well, in this new bill, the new formula implies that for 1.5 shillings payment per day for Skiza tunes, the artist will pocket 0.73. Telecommunication companies will go with 0.59. And if you're an artist, please grab a copy of the Standard newspaper. That story is on page 3 to see how you will start gaining from your art.
Thank you so much for joining us during this newspaper review. I am coming up in a short while with my guests, and we will be looking at what is happening politically. That is on the Hotspot segment. Then Wairimu will be coming up after that with the Kiswahili team on Let's Talk. So I'll see you in a short while.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Did you know that there is a natural site on Earth where carbonate mineral left by spring waters made beautiful thermal springs? Pamukkale is a natural site in Denizli province in southwestern Turkey. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and it came to be when the ancient Greek city of Hierapolis was built on top of Travertine Formation. The formation, which was 2,700 meters long and 600 meters wide, has thermal springs made of snow-white limestone that was shaped long time ago. Dripping slowly down the mountainside, mineral-rich waters collect in and cascade down the mineral terraces into pools below. Legends has it that the formation are solidified cotton that giant left out to dry. Stay in the know with Daesak TV.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Every morning as set out for the day, we are right there with you. We bring you a review of your dailies as well as keeping you in touch with your current affairs.
We discuss issues affecting us as well as entertain you as you set out for your day.
So join me, Kelvin Mungai,
And I, Wenimu Mugo,
every weekday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
only on the Morning Dew Show here at Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Je, ungependa kuwa shupavu katika operesheni za mashine kubwa ama heavy machineries? Njoo Kilimambogo Highways Building and Technology, shule iliyotambulika viwandani, humu nchini na nje ya Kenya. Njoo usome courses kama plant operator and driving, instructors training, stone cutting, borehole drilling training na nyinginezo. Tuma application kupitia simu, online ama ututembelee Thika Garissa Road, Ogoga Stage. Kilimambogo Highways Building and Technology. Tinga is the thing.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Kasani nakwambia hii kazi ni ya wanaume. Twende nyumbani. Hapana mami, nataka kujua kuendesha.
Wewe wachana na Kasheri. Sasa unauliza Kasheri nini?
Nakwambia makosa hii kazi ni ya wanaume.
Wachana na Kasheri. Kasheri soma.
Nini huelewi hapa?
Hata kazi za wanaume ni kama za wanawake.
Hivyo ndivyo mambo yalivyokuwa mama alipogundua bintiye anajifunza plant machinery operation. Lakini kwa sasa amejawa na tabasamu.
Hey, mwanzoni msichana wetu alipotuambia anataka kusoma mambo na matingatinga. But at least today we know better.
Sure. County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. Mabingwa katika ufundishaji wa kuendesha magari na matingatinga ya aina yote.
Tumefunza kwa miaka mingi, tumefunza watu wengi, wengine wameajiriwa na wengine wamejiajiri.
Utajijenga na tujenge taifa letu. Tupigie simu kupitia nambari ulizopewa au tutembelee Thika along Garissa Road. County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. The Kenyan way for Kenyans.
Royal County College of Technology. We offer the following courses: business management, accounting packages, social work, community development, secretarial studies, ICT, ICDL, computer studies, among others. Visit our website at www.royalcountycollegeoftechnology.co.ke. Call us on 0799 256 357 or 0733 756 060. Email us via royalcountycollegeoftechnology@gmail.com. Registration is ongoing. Train with the best to become the best. Royal County College of Technology, modeling excellence.
So welcome to Junction View Estate. This is a project that is 100 meters off Moya Makutano Road. The project is ideal for commercial. As you can see, it is a few meters from Makutano town. The plots have already title deeds. Again, the red soil is red soil. The size is 50 by 100. And the plots are only going, get this, they are only going for 1.2 million shillings. And I've just told you, the plots have already title deeds. So all you need is to come, see, identify your plot, and then you proceed and transfer the title into your team. When you talk of deposit, come with as little as 50,000 Kenya shillings. You can make a deposit and acquire and own a plot with us. Thank you so much. You can also reach us on this number 0700 048 048. You can also get to our office, Makutano office, just next to Fortune Circle. We also have another office at Keno Town. That's just right opposite KCB as you head to Moranga Town. That's a few meters from County Supermarket as you head to Moranga. At Wickrad Property Company Limited, we partner with you in actualizing your dreams of owning a plot or a property for a better future. Thank you and welcome.
Bedlam ni dawa bora zaidi ya kuua kunguni. Ina uwezo wa kuua viwango vyote kutoka mayai hadi kunguni aliyekomaa. Haina harufu wala mwasho na inaweza kutumika mahali popote. Bedlam imeidhinishwa na Shirika la Afya Duniani WHO. Ipate kwa Agrovet karibu nawe. Kwa maelezo zaidi tumia nambari zifuatazo. Angamiza kunguni na Bedlam kutoka Kinagro.
This is Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an institute with a difference, teaching with a purpose to produce young men and women of distinction.
We train a generation of professionals.
We offer certificate and diploma qualifications in hospitality management and information technology. Our school is accredited by the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority, the TVETA. We are located at Cascades Plaza, Karatina Road, right next to Thika Fire Station. Talk to us today on 0703 777 888. That's 0703 777 888. Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an oasis of excellence.
January intake is ongoing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Every morning as you set out for the day, we are right there with you. We bring you a review of your dailies as well as keeping you in touch with your current affairs.
We discuss issues affecting us as well as entertain you as you set out for your day.
So join me, Kelvin Mungai,
And I, Welimu Mugo,
every weekday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
only on The Morning Dew Show, here at Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
There are machines that quietly slip into our dreams. We think about them either consciously or unconsciously. We see them out of the corner of our eyes. Symbols of status the world over. They are the objects of our desire. Cars. We all want to own them for one reason or the other. Here on Accelerate, we give you as many details as you could possibly need to make an informed decision on the cars available to you. We look at the seemingly ugly, the drop-dead gorgeous buju, the brand new, the striking classics, and so much more. Join Calvin Mungai on Accelerate every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. Do you believe in love at first sight? Two different people, two different lives. Jack, a hero pilot, he has everything he has ever wanted, but with a past he'd rather forget. On the other hand, Olivia is a teacher, kind, loving, but not in the times. Two strangers cross paths. Unknown to them, their lives are just about to change.
He's looking for his dad. Oh, he came to the wrong place.
Hey Jack! Wake up!
Jack is now faced with the challenge of raising a troublesome son. Compromises need to be made.
Give me a Band-Aid, please! Hurry!
Get on board. Let's travel and unravel this love mystery. Don't miss On Board Monday to Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Out on important information, worry no more. Here at the Daesak News Desk,
we bring you up to speed with authoritative
Unbiased and factual news as it happens.
Our team goes into the heart of the story
and brings it to you with professionalism, credibility, balance, and realness. I am Boni Gaidori, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Wanjiko Njoroge, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Judy Chalo, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Halima Omar, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Walima Mugo, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
Mtazamaji, huu ni ukurasa mpya. Wahenga walinena, mbiu ya mgambo ikilia,
kuna jambo.
Kweli kuna jambo. Kwa habari kemkem na za kuaminika,
kwa matukio mbalimbali hapa nchini,
ulimwenguni na za spoti pia. Ungana nami Edmond Modime,
pamoja nami Faith Nzai,
nami Joseph Ngeti.
Huu ni mwanzo mpya. Kumbuka, jimbi atawika jimbi, awikapo atawika.
Jimbi atawika jimbi, awikapo atawika.
Jimbi atawika jimbi, awikapo atawika.
Hello good people, I am Pauline Kamau. I have an eye and an ear for talent. I come to your hood and sniff out those talents, as raw as it may be. So kama uko na talanta, endelea kuivisha mpaka mimi mwenyewe niuse. So mkipawaro.
Looking to unwind after a long day? Let's unwind together on Recap as we interact with fun guests.
Unanipea mimi Masai Mutrumusimu, unanipea wadudu na kuangalia macho.
Discuss trending stories.
How do you explain to your wife that babe, nilikuwa nimeenda kazi nikarudi kama nimepigwa ngumi?
And review peculiar memes.
I'm not a thief. I don't support theft.
Oh, acha tuvunje mifupa kama bado meno iko.
Shake, shake, hey, shake, shake, hey, shake, shake, hey, shake, shake, viuno. Nakukaribisha mpenzi mtazamaji ndani ya Shake Shake, kipindi cha muziki wa rumba ndani ya Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness, na mimi Mama Afrika Elombe Mwazi. Hey, mambo yako sawa, na tunakuletea rumba. Tutakuwa tunakuletea rumba asili, rumba ya injili. Tutakuwa tunakuchezea sukus, tutakuchezea mutwas, pia chacho mtazamaji. Tutakuletea muziki yote kutoka Kongo, kwa sababu hii ni Shake Shake ndani ya Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. Kila siku ya Jumapili saa 8 hadi saa 10, mtazamaji.
Welcome.
Dube.
Oh, sorry. Hello and welcome back to the hotspot happening right here on Daesak TV. In case you are just joining us, my name is Kelvin Mungai. This is remember that you can watch us on Daesak TV. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook, and you can also watch us live on daesaktv.com or on Signet. You can send us your feedback on any one of those two platforms, that is YouTube or Facebook, and we will be sure to sample some of your feedback at the end of the show. You can send us you can also send us your feedback on 23595 or on WhatsApp via the number on your screen. Now today's conversation is shaping up to be one of a kind, because I am joined on set by a lady,
Hilda.
And thank you for having me, Kelvin.
Uh-huh.
I'm grateful to be here today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and talk about issues about politics exclusively concerning Kenyans right now. As we are a few months to general elections, there's the urge to talk about politics because we can't run away from politics.
Indeed, it is one aspect of our country that affects each and every one of us.
Yeah.
Well, if you wouldn't mind just telling us a bit more of yourself, like basically what you do is...
I'm a student at Muranga University for the year. I'm taking bachelor's degree in mathematics and computer science. But I do have interest in politics. So during my part time, you see me walk around with a few politicians. I do also blogging about politics, and I'm open to ideas. I don't block my view to just one side of the politics. I just one side party. I'm a non-partisan. I just open my mind to everything.
Okay, well, that is ideal for the kind of conversation that we'll be having today, because I feel like we need someone who does not have any political inclinations, because we will be looking at the story that is headlining the Daily Nation, and that is about Honorable Raila Odinga. But before we get into that, can I get your thoughts on the endorsement that happened during the Sagana 3 meeting? That is when President Uhuru Kenyatta endorsed Honorable Raila Odinga as his preferred candidate. And then there is what happened yesterday, and that is basically the Deputy President downplayed that endorsement, claiming that it was inconsequential. So will it have an impact on the Deputy President's popularity within the Mount Kenya region?
I would say it's not inconsequential. It's very important actually for the president to endorse someone that he feels he can take over from where he will live in August this year to the next terms and the rest of the years. So him endorsing Raila is actually a very good thing, and Uhuru Kenyatta hails from the mountain, so he has the right to lead his people to where he feels is the right way. This is where to go. If not endorsing, maybe his deputy president. We don't know what happened between 2017 and now. I was hoping during the Sagana 3 actually you mentioned what happened, what really happened, which he never mentioned. But maybe we hope he said you come and you will see what happened.
Well, that was supposed to happen during the Sagana 3 meeting, and like you said, I, alongside many other Kenyans out there who are watching us, I am sure, were left wondering what really led to the death of the bromance between the Deputy President and the President, the likes of which we saw resulted in what people were calling at the time the uniforms. You remember when they were wearing matching suits and they were walking hand in hand into and out of State House as they were briefing the press. So I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one who still had questions after the meeting. Now, how will the endorsement of Honorable Raila Odinga and One Kenya Alliance joining the Azimio movement shape the political landscape ahead of the August 9th elections?
Personally, I don't think Azimio needs One Kenya Alliance to propel through. One Kenya Alliance as Kalonzo Musyoka, as Gideon Moi, and Mother Karua, and where else? Those the ones you call they have the bigger faces in the coalition. So I think the only person we need there as Azimio is Gideon Moi to fulfill his father's will. Because the moment he remains there at Oka, or maybe not them joining Azimio, it's like a fallout. He may never get there to the presidency. First of all, Kalonzo has no influence. These are people that have been running since time, and you see their effect is not felt like that effect of Raila. Same to Nak, the Mother Karua. Yeah, he's an iron lady. he knows how to maneuver. But, you know, I think she feels she can do it alone. She doesn't like inviting people, but I'm happy this time they have joined hands. They have come together. She's accepting that you need someone, you know, to get somewhere. You don't need yourself alone. You need people. Yeah, so I don't think it will have an effect if they join Azimio or if they don't. I think Azimio are good to go.
Okay. Before we talk about Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and the terms that he has been labeled recently, him being as a kingmaker, now that you're here, let me get your opinion on this. What has been standing in the way of women, such as Charity Ngilu and Honorable Mother Karua, from ascending to the highest office in the land?
As we all know, women in the past years have not been regarded like people who could lead. We have had politics left to men. Men are the ones who should lead. But in the recent years, we have seen many countries have women at higher positions. I do say, I'm sorry, but we Africans, we don't believe in ourselves. We wait for others to lead us. Like you see, after the US has a lady who is a vice president, we have seen women in Africa rise to power because they believe if a Western country can have a lady, why not us? Which is actually a good thing. We have seen Lady Justice. You've seen also the Chief Justice of Ethiopia is a lady. You've seen with the President of Tanzania.
Yes, Samia Suluhu.
Samia Suluhu. She's a lady. So I'm happy at the rate at which women are ascending to power. I think we need equal opportunity at the table.
And do you think that what is happening directly across the border, that is the presidency of Samia Suluhu, do you think that has an impact on whether we as Kenyans change our perspective on women leadership?
I think it has already changed. Because from what you can hear around, everyone wants to target a lady as their running mate. Because they've seen ladies can also deliver. She was the vice president before the late,
yes,
died. So that she took over. So it has an impact in Kenyans. We have ladies now. Like everyone campaigning, they want ladies on the table. They want ladies because actually we are the majority. And the moment we have ladies on the table, you can be able to gain a lot of votes. Yeah.
So then it is a good thing that Honorable Raila Odinga has support from the Jeshi la Baba women.
Yeah.
Will they be able to achieve the goal that they have? That is the 27.5 million women who vow to vote for Honorable Raila Odinga.
I believe it's possible. Very possible. Yeah.
Well, that is interesting because we once had a guest seated right where you are, and these guests said that it will have no impact, but a lady says it is possible, so it is actually possible.
Yeah, it is possible. Yeah.
Now, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and his supporters and his allies have been pushing him to run for presidency. Could we see his popularity within the Ukambani region dwindle like that of Honorable Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula did in Western if he chooses to join Azimio la Umoja and be given a position of maybe a running mate?
See, people like Kalonzo Musyoka, people like Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula. These are people who have they scare people. They want to run for these seats, but in recent, even in their roots, they don't have that massive support. So I don't believe if he joins Azimio, it will affect the popularity that he has there, because actually the popularity of Kalonzo isn't that much in the Ukambani region. We have a rider from the Makindu, but when they're close, he's very popular there. So I don't think it will have any effect, and if it has, it will be very insignificant.
Yeah. But there are some reports that claim that Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka has about 2.1 million people who are from the Ukambani region who are allied to him, like they would vote for him. So are you saying that these 2.1 would dwindle, the figure would go lower if he were to join, resulting in his impact in the Azimio movement not being as great?
No, we have people who say they'll vote for you, and we have actually those people who vote for you. You know, the crowd, you come, you give us whatever you have, your manifesto, you clap, we say we're going to vote for you, and the person comes, we do the same thing, but the end game is that day, the election day, that's what determines. And in most cases you see people are just, you know, clapping for you, give us what we have, but you know we're going to vote. So I think even if today he decides to join Azimio, but the thing is they want very much, deep down I know they want very much to join Azimio, but there's that pride, you know, that pride, they think they can do it on their own, and they don't want to be allied with Raila again, because he pinpointed some times back that Azimio is not an option, and you can't support Raila Odinga anymore. So I think that's what affecting, that's what delaying their move to Azimio. But I think they can't make it alone. They have to choose to join one coalition,
either the Azimio
or the UDA. Yeah.
And what will happen if they instead chose to join Kenya Kwanza?
If they choose to join Kenya Kwanza, I think that will be a blowback for Azimio. Yeah. Because honestly, Kenya Kwanza has gained popularity across the country. Even if you see you at the rallies, they have massive support. If actually those people are going to vote, because one thing I know, Mount Kenya region, they determine the winning party or the winning coalition. So if the people of the mountain really are going to vote, from the rallies that I've seen, they are massive in Kenya Kwanza rallies. But at the same time, in Azimio, the Azimio doesn't need a lot of votes from Central, because if they get their votes from the Western region, from Nyanza, from Coast region and Nairobi, and a few from Central, I think they will carry the day. Yeah.
Hilda and I need a drink of water, but we will be right back after this short break.
Do you desire to turn your house into a home? At Pinto Furnishings, we offer exquisite interior design solutions. Contact us for curtains, shears and curtain rods, wall stickers, wallpapers and wall hangings, beddings, mats, lights, live and artificial decorative plants, and many more. We also offer interior design classes at affordable prices. For more information, call 0710-606312, 0710-606312. Choose elegance, choose Pinto.
Je, ungependa kuwa shupavu katika operesheni za mashine kubwa ama heavy machineries? Njoo Kilimambogo Highways Building and Technology, shule iliyotambulika viwandani, humu nchini na nje ya Kenya. Njoo usome courses kama plant operator and driving, instructors training, stone cutting, borehole drilling training na nyinginezo. Tuma application kupitia simu, online ama ututembelee Thika Garissa Road, Ogoga Stage. Kilimambogo Highways Building and Technology. Tinga Tinga is the thing.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
biggest, baddest, newest show gracing your screens.
I'm Justin, but you can call me Justo.
My name is DJ Case Kenya.
I am Miss Nara, and this is the D Corner. Every Monday to Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. Get ready to experience a new kind of programming. We bring you an action-packed, rib-cracking show. We keep you up to date with all your local and international celebrities on Catch Up. Sit back and relax as DJ Case Kenya plays all your favorite hits from across the globe. We care about your well-being, so we'll discuss all matters lifestyle, from nutrition to health and fitness, from business to education. There is something for everyone. Get to know more about your favorite celebrities as we talk to them one-on-one. Join us on Real Talk, where we tackle real issues facing the youth with lots of laughs along the way. Only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. You've got to love it.
Culture constructs a sense of who we are as a society, as an individual, or as a nation, whereas art influences society by changing opinions, instilling values, and translating experience across time and space. Art transforms the world. Join me, Boni Gaidori, as I bring to you the craft in art and culture. Only at Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
We value your feedback and welcome any comment, query, or complaint regarding our programs. Get in touch with us on 0724 121 812 or email complaints@daesaktv.com.
Back to the hotspot happening on the morning dew right here on Daesak TV. In case you are just joining us, my name is Kelvin Mungai. There you can watch us live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. You can leave us your feedback on any one of those two platforms, or you can send us your SMS on 23595, or leave us a WhatsApp message on the number running on your screen. Now today I am joined by Hilda. And we are looking at what is happening in the political arena. Now, before we went on break, we were talking about the One Kenya Alliance and the Sagana 3 meeting, and whether the endorsement that of Honorable Raila Odinga by President Uhuru Kenyatta had an impact. And now we are turning our attention to some of the stories that are in the headlines. Now, there is the NDC and the NGC for ODM party that are set to be done today and on Saturday. The NGC happening today and the NDC happening on Saturday. And there are so many major, let's call them major political figures that have joined Azimio la Umoja, and they are supporting Raila Odinga in his bid for State House. So will the NDCs, well, will he be able to balance between satisfying all the interests of these people that have come to support him, and will he be able to keep the Azimio la Umoja movement intact, or will it fall apart?
I think it's a tough task to, accommodate everyone. We have so many people, supporting the Azimio la Umoja. We have the ODM and other parties, UDP or something like that. And there are other parties actually to join before the, before we held the elections. So I think it's a tough task ahead. But maybe they will try their best to have accommodated each and everyone in the best way possible.
So the Azimio la Umoja movement could survive?
Yeah, it could survive.
Oh, okay. Well, it is highlighted here that some of the people who are supporting him, some of the CSs campaigning for Mr. Odinga are Peter Munya, who was in agriculture. There is Ukuri Yatani, the National Treasury. There is Eugene Wamalwa for defense. There is Dr. Fred Matiang'i, the Interior Cabinet. Joe Moshero, ICT. Keriako Tobiko, Environment. Mutahi Kagwe, Health. James Macharia, Transport. And Raphael Tuju, who is without a portfolio. Now, there was, I think earlier on this month, was when these public figures were supposed to quit their offices as public servants and now join the political field. So I do hope that Raila Odinga is able to manage the task that he is being faced with, and that he somehow manages to satisfy all the political inclinations, then the needs and the desires of the people supporting him, because these two alliances are shaping up the political landscape to be one that is very interesting. It's making for a very interesting period. And while we are still on the topic of Raila Odinga, there is this story. Is he a prophet or a project? Well, first of all, do you think that the Kenya Kwanza team is justified to label Honorable Raila Odinga as a state project?
According to the Kenya Kwanza, Raila Odinga is a project which I actually disagree, because he has been there. It's not like he's just come up from nowhere. He has been there. So it's time that people have decided, maybe let's give him a chance to lead us. And he's been endorsed by the incumbent. It seems like he's a project, which is actually not true. The fallout of the president and the deputy president, it's where now the mix comes in, and the handshake, the opposition, shaking hands with the ruling party. Now it seems like it's a project. We actually think the handshake was of help to the country, because were it not for the handshake, I don't know what would be happening right now. Yeah, it was just like the Nusumkate of the sharing power, the Prime Minister and the President back in 2007. But this time it's not about sharing power, it's about creating peace for the people of Kenya. The handshake was meant for peace, nothing more. Because before, Uhuru went and shook his hands with Right Honorable Raila Odinga. He said he has a government already. So don't expect that you be the government. I have a government, I just want peace. And that is it. We have experienced peace since then. So I don't think he's a project.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that Honorable Raila Odinga abandoned some of his ideals after the handshake? Because before that, he was a critic and opposition to every government that came in place, and he played a key role in defending the citizens against the government. For instance, in the first term of the Jubilee-led administration, he was very, very vocal against the government's borrowing. And in the second term, he was quiet. And now that he's on the campaign trail, he is even defending the government's borrowing, which has resulted in the high cost of food commodities in the country. So is he still the same man, or has he had to transform into a different person to suit his political agenda?
I think after the handshake, things just changed. You can't say it was the opposition anymore. It just was a masterpiece, directing the president, we can do this, we can do that. Because they actually realized that during the Jamhuri celebrations at Uhuru Park, when Uhuru said, this man helped me, do this thing, the renovation of Uhuru Park. It was part of the ideas that were given to renovate that place. So we're just directing, not like opposing now, giving ideas. If you good to go, if you can take it or you can leave it, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
So is he then still the same person if he was working with the government? Is he still the same person that he was before the handshake?
No, he's not the same person. I think he can even a better person. Yeah.
Better person.
He's a better person right now compared to when he was, the opposition. Every time he was against everything. Of course, when you're opposition, even if I see you doing something good, I'll oppose it because I'm the opposition. Yeah.
Okay. Is there if you can give a comparison of Raila Odinga before and after, in what ways has he become better after the handshake? That is, before the handshake and after the handshake.
I say it's just the peace that we have experienced as a country. Because if he was still the opposition, I believe there will be no peace to date. Yeah, between the people of Western Nyanza and these people of this side. Yeah. So I think, but he has changed. But I think he deserves a chance because they say he look at the record that people are keeping, so that we know who take that seat or who doesn't deserve it. If you look at the record of Raila, he has been very instrumental in some of the things that we as Kenyans we are enjoying, like devolution. He fought for devolution. He fought for free education. It was introduced in 2003, but it was implemented in 2010 when he was the Prime Minister. A lot of things have changed because of him. I believe he's a man of his words. Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on how advanced he is in age? Because he is now 77 years old, and there are some people who are viewing this advancement in age as a liability. Will he be able to rule the country? And there are those who claim that it is an added advantage because he's been tested and tried over the years and he's proven to be true. So is his age a benefit or is it a detriment to him?
I think to me age is just nothing. You could be at 20 in your 20s and still beat someone at their maybe 40s. It's about the knowledge that you have and the qualities that you have. We have presidents who are even, I think, older than him, and they lead their country very well. So I think for him, age is just nothing. He's good to go if he can actually lead the country. I don't think age will be a factor that people are considering. Yeah.
Well, there is this statement that is made by the writer, that is Ibrahim Oruko and Onyango K. Onyango, who wrote the article on Odinga, rebel with a cause, who became a darling of the state. And he says that he ran on the platform of reforms in 2007, 2013 and 2017, and he is now going to run on the platform of unity and economy. Are these things the same?
Unity and economy
and reforms, are they the same? Would you think that he would need to change his strategy? Is he better defined by reforms than by economy and change, or are they one and the same thing?
I think they're one and the same thing. But now we're bringing the factor of unity, which is actually the key factor, even in those reforms in the economy. If you don't have peace, you need political, stability in a country for it to even run the economic sector smoothly. Because if there's no peace, trust me, even if I open my business right there, I will be every time worried something might happen. Maybe people will come and burn down the businesses because there's no peace. So we can't have a country running smoothly. We can't have a country improving the economy. If there is no peace, I think peace first, then the rest will follow.
The rest will follow.
Yeah.
And he is a champion of peace. Would you describe him as a champion of peace?
If he managed to, put aside his interest for the goodness and well-being of all Kenyans in 2018, it's today, let me step down and just create peace and have peace in the country, I think he's a masterpiece of peace.
Yeah, but he is the same person who was leading the demonstrations that threatened the peace at the time.
I would say he was the one leading the demonstrations. I wouldn't say that.
Who then was leading the demonstrations?
You know, even if today I send you somewhere and do work for me, get your hands dirty. I'm not the one who did that work. You're the one who did it. So I don't think there's somewhere you went personally to, do those demonstrations. Yeah.
But he was one of the people who was in Kibera riling the youth, and he was also in his car in the very front of the people who were marching behind him on the way to State House. I mean, he did take the oath as the people's president at the time, and that I feel, or rather I think, could have played a very, very major role in polarizing the country back then.
But you know what? Sometimes you have to fight for what is yours. If today we hold some, election, maybe there's a position, maybe we are running the two of us, then I feel the crowd voted for me, but when the results were announced, you're the one who was the winner. I would need for you to know that you won, but it was not the right way. Because if I went silent, you wouldn't realize that you did something wrong. Yeah. So I think I was fighting for what belongs to him. And he felt that, which I actually feel it's okay. Yeah.
Well, with the way the elections are shaping up, because the Kenya Kwanza team and the Azimio la Umoja team are seeing massive support across the country, do you think that this time round, if Honorable Raila Odinga is announced to have lost the elections, do you think there will be peace, or will there be more demonstrations like we saw in 2017?
In fact, I think this time it will be the other way around. Yeah, I think it will be the other way around. If there is a Azimio loses, I think since they stood for peace, they'll be peaceful. But if the other side of Kenya Kwanza loses, I feel there will be some, shaking of the crowd. I feel so. Yeah.
And looking at both teams again, it will be the first time, I think since 2002, if I'm not wrong, that there is an opposition being led by someone other than Honorable Raila Odinga. How will that shape the country? Having someone else leading the opposition.
I think opposition is good for a country, because without opposition, you won't even realize there's something going wrong in the country. Oppositions are meant to be there for us to realize something is wrong. But if there is no opposition, we feel like everything is okay, but behind the scenes, things are really wrong. They're going very wrong.
Like we are seeing now.
Yeah.
With the debt crisis, and part of this is being blamed on there being no opposition in the second term of the Jubilee-led government.
But you say, Kelvin, I think about the borrowing, something that is so, I don't think it's an issue, because if you see the borrowing, again, is what it's been done. Some are going hand in hand. It's not like we are borrowing and doing nothing. You can see there has been a lot of projects going around between 2018 and today. But also we have very corrupt leaders, by the way. We borrow, the due to devolution, we have money getting to the last person. It's not like we are all depending on the national government. We have county governments. We have the MCAs who are meant to reach that person who mashinani nafaa afikiwe. But that money, as it has sense, people are corrupt. They pocket it. So by the time it gets the last person, maybe they are getting very little, maybe shillings. Yeah. So I think the first thing that should be considered is corruption. If we have very faithful leaders and they want to do their job that they have been given, because we give them jobs, because we vote them, we give them jobs. If they are faithful and do their jobs without corruption, I think Kenya would be one of the leading countries in Africa in terms of GDP growth. Yeah.
And the 2 terms that President Uhuru Kenyatta has been in power, he has been criticized as being incapable of fighting against corruption. And it has been especially rife during the 2nd term. And some of this, much of it has been actually seen to be very, very blatant during the COVID period. So do you think that Honorable Raila Odinga will be able to manage his government in such a way that he fights corruption, that is, should he win the August 9th elections? Is he the man who will finally bring about change in the war against corruption?
Yes, I think he's capable of managing corruption in Kenya. Because you say you don't preach water when you drink beer. I think he's a man who has been, out of those corruption cases or what, such things. So I think he's capable of managing the corruption. At least, not the all of it, but he can find a way of minimizing the corruption rate in Kenya, because actually it is very, very, everyone is corrupt. Nowadays, everyone, to be honest, is corrupt. Because even myself today, if I walk maybe to general, they are level 5, I'm in a hurry, maybe I have money. I won't queue. I'll just see a doctor and say, I'll give you something, just, nione. What if the other person who doesn't have that amount of money, she or he will queue there the whole day? So we're in a period where everyone thinks they need to give out something in order to get something in a faster way. Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty, Hilda, because there is not a lot of people who will be open about, participating in corruption at a personal level. Whenever corruption is mentioned, it is always, the spotlight is always shown on the police and the leaders, but it's very few of us who take a look at ourselves. And I think that is something that we should all embrace. We should, emulate you and admit that corruption is at the grassroots level, and that it is with all of us. Still looking at Honorable Raila Odinga, he has gone through quite a lot for the country. I mean, there is a statement here that says, if I can find it, right, here it is. Mr. Odinga is the longest serving political detainee alive, jailed cumulatively for 9 years, including once for an alleged attempt to topple President Daniel Moi's government. He has also battled President Moi Kibaki and Uhuru Kenyatta. So basically, Raila Odinga has been at loggerheads with all the presidents of the country except one, and that is the first president, Jomo Kenyatta. Now, looking at this, do you think then that his time in the opposition of all these governments sets him up to be one of the best leaders that the country has seen so far?
I think he can make a very good leader. Having been, engaged with the previous presidents from Moi, Kibaki, and Uhuru. And in fact, when he said Kenya has money and he knows where that money is, he's not lying. He has been there. He has seen things. So when he says something, he really knows what he's saying. He's not a dwarf in politics. He has been there from a very long time. I think he's suited and very best fit for the presidency right now. Yeah.
All right. Now, to change gears and shift from Honorable Raila Odinga to his competitor, the Deputy President William Ruto. Now that he seems to be disadvantaged within the Mount Kenya region, and at one point him and his allies labeled the Deputy President as the Mount Kenya kingpin. So what changes should he make to ensure that he still remains a favorite of the Mount Kenya region?
I don't think he has lost the popularity yet. He has been in the mountain for the 5 years now, since the 2017 he has been in the mountain, throughout actually. But Raila has just come for the past few months. You see he's gaining popularity. But if he keeps us the pace, I think he'll still remain there. No, he can't be the kingpin actually. He can't be the kingpin of Mount Kenya. Yeah, he's not from here. We have our people who are our kingpin. Yeah.
Okay, and will this change if, well, if the deputy president picks someone who is not from Mount Kenya to be his running mate, then will his popularity within the Mount Kenya region dwindle, or will it remain as is? I mean, are we, the Mount Kenya people, allied to the deputy president because there is a possibility of a running mate being chosen from Mount Kenya, or are we with him because of his personality?
Sorry?
Well, are we does the support that deputy president is seeing from Mount Kenya region, is it based on whether he chooses a running mate from the Mount Kenya region, or is it based on how popular he is within the Mount Kenya? I mean, is his personality?
Let me tell you, Kevin, to be honest, both Raila Odinga and Ruto, William Ruto, I'll enjoy that, popularity, because the people of mountain believe the running mates will be from the mountain. If they happen to pick someone who is not from the mountain, that day, even people to go to vote, you won't see people go voting. They won't. Because people of Mount Kenya, they believe, if our person is not there, then what are we going to vote? That's why even you see people registering to be voters. We don't have people registering because we don't have our people who are vying this time. We don't have our person, so they believe the running mate should be a person from within the region. Otherwise, I'm telling you, their popularity will be done. Both. That applies to both of them. Yeah.
Oh, well, that has been Hilda's opinion. It is an interesting one. Before we leave, Hilda, kindly make your final submissions to whoever is watching you.
I would like to say politics is a too serious thing to be left to the politicians. It's high time everyone gets to know what politics is, gets to know what have been happening in the past years. That's why in the second and three, Uhuru Kenyatta was very clear. The ex-young people, they need to sit down and be told what happened in the past, not just today. Wake up, just see things. We don't know what happened for those things to happen. So I think it's time people get interested in politics. Turn on to politics, so politics will turn you on. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Hilda. We have come to the end of the hotspot segment today, but Wairimu Mogo will be coming up in a short while with the Swahili team, and they will be having a discussion on Let's Talk with Wairimu. My name is Kelvin Mungai, and after the Let's Talk segment, Wairimu and I will come back here to sample some of your feedback that you've been leaving us on our social media platforms. Please do stay tuned.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Sasa ninakwambia hii kazi ni ya wanaume. Twende nyumbani. Hapana mami, nataka kujua kuendesha.
Wewe wachana na Gasheri. Sasa unauliza Gasheri nini?
Nakwambia makosa hii kazi ni ya wanaume.
Wachana na Gasheri. Gasheri soma.
Nini huelewi hapa?
Hata kazi za wanaume ni kama za wanawake.
Hivyo ndivyo mambo yalivyokuwa mama alipogundua bintiye anajifunza plant machinery operation. Lakini kwa sasa amejawa na tabasamu.
Okay. Mwanzoni msichana wetu alipotuambia anataka kusoma mambo na matingatinga. But at least today we know better. Sure.
County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. Mabingwa katika ufundishaji wa kuendesha magari na matingatinga ya aina yote.
Tumefunza kwa miaka mingi, tumefunza watu wengi, wengine wameajiriwa na wengine wamejiajiri.
Utajijenga na tujenge taifa letu. Tupigie simu kupitia nambari ulizopewa au tutembelee Thika along Garissa Road. County to County Plant Machinery and Driving School. The Kenyan way for Kenyans.
Royal County College of Technology. We offer the following courses: business management, accounting packages, social work, community development, secretarial studies, ICT, ICDL, computer studies, among others. Visit our website at www.royalcountycollegeoftechnology.co.ke. Call us on 0799 256 357 or 0733 756 060. Email us via royalcountycollegeoftechnology@gmail.com. Registration is ongoing. Train with the best to become the best. Royal County College of Technology, modeling excellence.
So welcome to Junction View Estate. This is a project that is 100 meters off Moya Makutano Road. The project is ideal for commercial. As you can see, it is a few meters from Makutano town. The plots have already title deeds. Again, the red soil is red soil. The size is 50 by 100, and the plots are only going, get this, they are only going for 1.2 million shillings. And I've just told you the plots have already title deeds, so all you need is to come see, identify your plot, and then you proceed and transfer the title into your team. When you talk of deposit, come with as little as 50,000 Kenya shillings. You can make a deposit and acquire and own a plot with us. Thank you so much. You can also reach us on this number 0700 048 048. You can also get to our office, Makutano office, just next to Fortune Circle. We also have another office at Keno Town. That's just right opposite KCB as you head to Moranga Town. That's a few meters from County Supermarket as you head to Moranga. At Wickred Property Company Limited, we partner with you in actualizing your dreams of owning a plot or a property for a better future. Thank you and welcome.
Bedlam ni dawa bora zaidi ya kuua kunguni. Ina uwezo wa kuua viwango vyote kutoka mayai hadi kunguni aliyekomaa. Haina harufu wala mwasho na inaweza kutumika mahali popote. Bedlam imeidhinishwa na Shirika la Afya Duniani WHO. Ipate kwa Agrovet karibu nawe. Kwa maelezo zaidi tumia nambari zifuatazo. Angamiza kunguni na Bedlam kutoka Kinagro.
This is Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an institute with a difference, teaching with a purpose to produce young men and women of distinction.
We train a generation of professionals.
We offer certificate and diploma qualifications in hospitality management and information technology. Our school is accredited by the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority, the TVETA. We are located at Cascades Plaza, Karatina Road, right next to Thika Fire Station. Talk to us today on 0703 777 888. That's 0703 777 888. Cascade Institute of Hospitality, an oasis of excellence.
January intake is ongoing.
Do you desire to turn your house into a home? At Pinto Furnishings, we offer exquisite interior design solutions. Contact us for curtains, shears and curtain rods, wall stickers, wallpapers and wall hangings, beddings, mats, lights, live and artificial decorative plants, and many more. We also offer interior design classes at affordable prices. For more information, call 0710 606312, 0710 606312. Choose elegance, choose Pinto.
Je, ungependa kuwa shupavu katika operesheni za mashine kubwa ama heavy machineries? Njoo Kilimambogo Highways Building and Technology, shule iliyotambulika viwandani, humu nchini na nje ya Kenya. Njoo usome courses kama plant operator and driving, instructors training, stone cutting, borehole drilling training na nyinginezo. Tuma application kupitia simu, online ama ututembelee Thika Garissa Road, Bogoga Stage, Kilimambogo Highways Building and Technology. Tinga is the thing.
You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. You are watching Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
Did you know that there is a natural site on Earth where carbonate mineral left by spring waters made beautiful thermal springs? Pamukkale is a natural site in Denizli province in southwestern Turkey. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and it came to be when the ancient Greek city of Hierapolis was built on top of Travertine Formation. The formation, which was 2,700 meters long and 600 meters wide, has thermal springs made of snow white limestone that was shaped long time ago. Ripping slowly down the mountainside, mineral-rich waters collect in and cascade down the mineral terraces into pools below. Legends has it that the formation are solidified cotton that giant left out to dry. Stay in the know with Daesak TV.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Every morning as you set out for the day, we are right there with you. We bring you a review of your dailies as well as keeping you in touch with your current affairs.
We discuss issues affecting us as well as entertain you as you set out for your day.
So join me, Kelvin Mungai,
and I, Wairimu Mugo,
every weekday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
only on The Morning Dew Show here at Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
There are machines that quietly sleep into our dreams. We think about them either consciously or unconsciously. We see them out of the corner of our eyes. Symbols of status the world over. They are the objects of our desire. Cars. We all want to own them for one reason or the other. Here on Accelerate, we give you as many details as you could possibly need to make an informed decision on the cars available to you. We look at the seemingly ugly, the drop-dead gorgeous buju, the brand new, the striking classics, and so much more. Join Calvin Mungai on Accelerate every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. Do you believe in love at first sight? Two different people, two different lives. Jack, a hero pilot, he has everything he has ever wanted, but with a past he'd rather forget. On the other hand, Olivia is a teacher, kind, loving, but not in the times. Two strangers cross paths. Unknown to them, their lives are just about to change.
He's looking for his dad. Oh, he came to the wrong place.
Hey, Jack! Wake up!
Jack is now faced with the challenge of raising a troublesome son. Compromises need to be made.
Give me a Band-Aid, please! Hurry!
Get on board. Let's travel and unravel this love mystery. Don't miss Old Boy Monday to Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness.
missing out on important information, worry no more.
Here at the Daesak News Desk,
We bring you up to speed with authoritative, unbiased and factual news as it happens.
Our team goes into the heart of the story
and brings it to you with professionalism, credibility, balance, and realness. I am Bonigaidori, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Wanjiko Njoroge, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Judy Chalo, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Halima Omar, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
I am Wawilo Mugo, and this is the Daesak News Desk.
Mtazamaji, huu ni ukurasa mpya. Wahenga walinena, mbiu ya mgambo ikilia,
Kuna jambo.
kweli kuna jambo. Kwa habari kemkem na za kuaminika,
Kwa matukio mbalimbali hapa nchini,
ulimwenguni na za spoti pia. Ungana nami Edmond Mwadime.
pamoja nami Faith Nzai.
nami Joseph Ngeti.
Huu ni mwanzo mpya. Kumbuka, jimbi atawika jimbi, awikapo atawika.
Jimbi atawika jimbi, awikapo atawika.
Jimbi atawika jimbi, awikapo atawika.
Hello, good people. I am Pauline Kamau. I have an eye and an ear for talent. I come to your hood and sniff out those talents, as raw as it may be. So kama uko na talanta, endelea kuivisha mpaka mimi mwenyewe niuse. So, mkipawaro.
Looking to unwind after a long day? Let's unwind together on Recap as we interact with fun guests.
Unanipea mimi Masai Mutrumusimu, unanipea wadudu na kuangalia macho.
Discuss trending stories.
How do you explain to your wife that babe, nilikuwa nimeenda kazi nikarudi kama nimepigwa ngumi?
And review peculiar memes.
I'm not a thief. I don't support theft.
Acha tuvunje mifupa kama bado meno iko.
Shake, shake, hey, shake, shake, hey, shake, shake, hey, shake, shake, viuno. Na kukaribisha mpenzi mtazamaji ndani ya Shake Shake, kipindi cha muziki wa rumba ndani ya Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness, na mimi Mama Afrika Elombe Mwazi. Hey, mambo yako sawa, na tunakuletea rumba. Tutakuwa tunakuletea rumba asili, rumba ya injili. Tutakuwa tunakuchezea sukus, tutakuchezea mutwas, pia chacho mtazamaji. Tutakuletea muziki yote kutoka Kongo, kwa sababu hii ni Shake Shake ndani ya Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. Kila siku ya Jumapili saa 8 hadi saa 10 mtazamaji.
Welcome to the biggest, baddest, newest show gracing your screens.
I'm Justin, but you can call me Justo.
My name is DJ Case Kenya.
I am Miss Nara, and this is the D Corner. Every Monday to Friday from 5 to 7 p.m, get ready to experience a new kind of programming. We bring you an action-packed, rib-cracking show. We keep you up to date with all your local and international celebrities on Catch Up. Sit back and relax as DJ Case Kenya plays all your favorite hits from across the globe. We care about your well-being, so we'll discuss all matters lifestyle, from nutrition to health and fitness, from business to education. There is something for everyone. Get to know more about your favorite celebrities as we talk to them one-on-one. Join us on Real Talk, where we tackle real issues facing the youth with lots of laughs along the way. Only on Daesak TV, the cradle of goodness. You've got to love it.
Culture constructs a sense of who we are as a society, as an individual, or as a nation. Whereas art influences society by changing opinions, instilling values, and translating experience across time and space. Art transforms the world. Join me, Boni Gaidori, as I bring to you the craft in art and culture. Only at Daesak TV, the credo of Boni.
We value your feedback and welcome any comment, query, or complaint regarding our programs. Get in touch with us on 0724 121 812 or email complaints@daesaktv.com. You are watching Daesak TV, the credo of goodness.
Did you know that there is a natural site on Earth where carbonate mineral left by spring waters made beautiful thermal springs? Pamukkale is a natural site in Denizli province in southwestern Turkey. The name Pamukkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and it came to be when the ancient Greek city of Hierapolis was built on top of Travertine Formation. The formation, which was 2,700 meters long and 600 meters wide, has thermal springs made of snow white limestone that was shaped long time ago. Dripping slowly down the mountainside, mineral-rich waters collect in and cascade down the mineral terraces into pools below. Legends has it that the formation are solidified cotton that giant left out to dry. Stay in the know with Daesak TV.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back once again. This is Let's Talk with Wairimo here in the Morning Dew Show at Daesak TV. Thank you so much once again for choosing Daesak TV as your channel of choice. Remember, you can follow us on all social media. It's at Daesak TV, or on Twitter. Everywhere it's Daesak TV. Our SMS line is on your screen and our WhatsApp number is also on your screen. So join the conversation we are about to have. And today is Friday, and what happens on Friday is that I have part of the Swahili news team where we in the katika hali ya kutaka kukikuza Kiswahili ambayo ndio lugha ya taifa, tunaungana ili kuongea lugha ya Kiswahili na that's the conversation. So I'll leave it to Mr. Ngeti here to be our moderator for this particular one.
Mtazamaji, kama alivyokuambia Wairimo, leo tupo hapa na moja kwa moja basi tunaangazia zaidi kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Mjadala wetu na kile ambacho tutakizungumza zaidi tutajikita katika lugha ya Kiswahili. Mimi naitwa Joseph Ngeti, lakini pia nipo na mwenzangu hapa.
Mimi naitwa Riziki, lakini kwa lile jina la official wanasema naitwa Faith Zai, na pia tuko hapa kuweza kukufahamisha mengi kuhusiana na mambo mengi, haswa katika hii mambo ya sanaa na muziki na kila kitu utakuwa unaweza kukifahamu.
Na tunafahamu hii wiki imekuwa ndefu
sana.
Yani ni wiki ambayo imesonga kwa kweli, lakini haijasonga hivi hivi. Imesonga pia na mambo mazuri kwa upande mwingine, japo changamoto zipo, lakini hivyo bado watu wanazidi kukabiliana nazo, hasa ukizingatia zaidi katika upande wa sanaa yetu. Hapo nyuma tukijaribu kuangalia hapo nyuma, wasanii wamekuwa wakipata shida sana. licha ya kwamba sitaki tuingie kwa undani zaidi katika ile 75% play. Ni kugusia tu na kukumbusha mtazamaji kwamba hapo kuonesha kwamba jinsi ambavyo wasanii wamekuwa wakipigania sana maslahi yao haswa, lakini wakati mwingine tunaona kwamba kuna wale ambao wanajaribu, kuna wale ambao wanajivuta nyuma, kuna wale ambao wanapiga kazi na kuna wale ambao wanazembea katika sana zao. Sasa wale ambao wanapiga kazi ndo at least, ama tunasema kwamba wanaleta afueni kwa hawa wengine ambao hawapigi kazi, kwa sababu katika tasnia nzima kuna wale wanaofanya kazi zaidi na kuna wale ambao hawafanyi kazi kabisa, wanasubiri kwamba wengine wafanye ndo wao wafanye, kwa hivyo wanasafiria migongo ya watu wengine. Lakini sasa hapa tunaona licha kwamba wamekuwa wengine wakisafiria hivyo pia wanapata nini? Wanapata faida. Ni sawa sawa na ntonani yule kupe ama
jina nzito
kupe yule tik kwa lugha nyingine. Akiuma ng'ombe anakula yeye na anapatia pale. Sasa kuna wasanii wengine wamekuwa namna hiyo, lakini sasa tunaona kwamba kuna afueni zaidi. Kabla tuende ndani, je, tukiangalia kwa ujumla haya maudhui yanayotengenezwa na muziki ambayo wanatengeneza wale waandaaji, je, kweli tunaweza kusema kwamba wasanii wetu hawa wanastahili?
Well, kwanza na mtaniruhusu nichanganye lugha, sababu nikisema nitumie Kiswahili sanifu nitapoteza msikilizaji na mtazamaji wetu. So what I think is that they are artists, good artists, and as you've said, there are those with tick characteristics.
Vimelea.
Yeah, those that will do music without a budget. They just go to studio, produce music with no budget at all. Because again, I believe that music or any art needs a budget for it to be perfect. So at the end of the day, these people will be like, they will undershoot in terms of video quality, in terms of music quality. It will be a bit low, and then at the end of the day they'll be like, you people should be playing our music. And then the DJ tells you, or the person, the quality assurance personnel in particularly in media houses, they are like, your music is not good enough. And then you go now to the streets and you're like, these people are not doing our music. However, I feel like there is still hope. In social media there is freedom to like do anything, and in Kenya, interestingly, there is a market for everything, good or bad. So me, I'll just urge anyone watching us, if for example you take music to a media house and you're told it's not quality, please go try to find out what quality means. If you feel you cannot maybe hit it, you can try to reverse your art and try something else. You can go to social media, or try, before you change, you can try it out on social media. If they like it, well, better for you. If they don't, then you know you need to change.
Kuangalia hili ulipozungumzia swala la muziki au hujafikia vile viwango, the quality ambayo inahitajika. Niliona ni kweli, kwa sababu mimi pia nimewahi kuandaa muziki. Lakini kwa kuandaa muziki kule ni vile tu sikuamua kwamba acha muziki wangu ni utoe ama nifanye nini. Niliamua tu ule wangu nirekodi alafu niusikilize mwenyewe.
Lakini hata ngete, kabla uendelee, kuna venye labda watu, hata mwanamuziki, wale wanamuziki wa kule chini, wale wadogo mtu atajua ataanzia wapi ndo ajue kwamba haki zangu ni hizi. Hakuna elimu ile ya kutosha pia.
Licha ya hivyo, unapopeleka muziki wako studio, wao wana standards zao wanaangalia. Kwa mfano wanakuambia kwamba muziki wako ukipigwa usivuke kiasi fulani cha sauti. Wanasikiliza pengine yule mtaalamu wa kutengeneza ile muziki, maproducer. Unajua kuna maproducer wengine hawana sikio la muziki. Kwa sababu ukiwa mwanamuziki lazima uwe na sikio la muziki. Hauwezi uka umeandaa muziki alafu unakuta kifaa kingine kipo juu, kingine kipo chini, hawajafanya ile mixing vizuri, hawajafanya ile muziki haujaandaliwa vizuri. Na ndio maana ni changamoto kwa studio zetu, wengine wakipeleka muziki akiusikiliza pale, producer wa kipindi ama wale wanapokea ile muziki anakuambia muziki wako bado inabidi
pia kuungana na vile Riziki amesema. There is a lot of conmanship in the industry, ambapo unapata kuna ule broker anakuambia studio yangu ni njema, mimi nitakupatia ofa mzuri, akitarajia labda atafanya kahit kamoja alafu mvume nyinyi wote. Na sababu wewe ndo unaanza, huna budget, inabidi tu umepotelea hapo. Kwa hivyo kuna hiyo changamoto pia. Lakini najihisi kuwa wasanii vile tu mtu anaendelea akizidi, anaendelea akilana.
Katika hii wiki kuna mswada pale bungeni ambao umepitishwa na tunaona kwamba ni afueni kwa wasanii, kwa sababu sasa hivi watakuwa kuna kiwango asilimia fulani ambazo watakuwa wanapokea ukilinganisha na hapo awali. Kama ukiangalia katika upande wa mawasiliano, kuna hizi sikiza chunzi hizi wamewekewa asilimia zao, ambapo katika gazeti hili tunaona kwamba ama kupitishwa kwa mswada huu, tunaona kwamba msanii atakuwa anapokea zaidi zaidi kiwango cha asilimia kubwa ikilinganishwa na ile asilimia kampuni ambayo itakuwa inapokea. Kama alikuwa anapokea kampuni inapokea asilimia 39, atapokea mara mbili yake ama atapokea nusu yake. Kwa hiyo tunaona kuna afueni hapo, lakini pia wameweza kuangazia katika sio sikiza chuni peke yake, pia katika mambo mengi ambayo wameweza kuyazungumza hapa ni pamoja na hili la mawasiliano, ambapo hapa tunaona kwamba msanii atakuwa anapokea asilimia 39.5 wakati kiwango kile kilichowekwa, wakati kampuni itakuwa inapokea asilimia 8.5 ya mapato yote yaliyokusanywa. Kuna mengi ambayo yameweza kuangaziwa katika mswada huu ambao umeweza kupitishwa pale bungeni. Tunaona kwamba hili at least linaweza likaleta afueni. Kwa upande wangu mimi naweza nikasema hivyo, sijui kwa upande wako wewe. Je, unadhani kwamba hili litaleta motisha zaidi kwa wasanii wetu hapa nchini?
Ni jambo la afueni sana. Kwa muda mrefu kumekuwa na kilio. Sisi kama msanii, acha niongee sasa kama msanii, mimi ni msanii bado. Kana bado natunga. Na inaleta afueni sana kwa sababu ulipo unapata wewe msanii ndio umeenda studio, ndio umefanya budget yako, wewe ndio umetoa pesa yako mfukoni, wewe ndio umeenda ukatafuta producer, kila kitu umeng'ang'ana umeweka 100%. Lakini kwa ile 100% yako unapata mtu anakuja anachukua 70% yako, anakubakishia 30%. So najihisi kwamba hii kitu ni jambo nzuri sana kwa wasanii, ambapo sasa itakuwa kitambo walikuwa wanapewa 16% of the royalties kwa Skiza Tunes, but sasa itakuwa at least 56%. Alafu jambo nzuri zaidi ni kuwa nilisikiza Gladys Wanga jana katika media stations ambazo ziko humu Kenya, na alikuwa anasema kwamba Marekani kuna ile kabla uchukue mziki wa mtu lazima upitie kwa a kind of a body yenye ina govern sanaa ya huyo mziki. So hapa Kenya unapata wewe ukitaka tu kutumia unatumia tu, hakuna kuuliza hata mwenyewe, hakuna sheria ambayo itakupeleka mahali. Kama hii wakati wa siasa unapata wanasiasa wanachukua tu mziki ya mtu
anatumia kwa mambo yake
binafsi huku mashinani, sababu anajua msanii ako Nairobi hata waijua. Lakini sasa wacha niongeleshe watu. Sasa ukichukua mziki wa msanii ama sanaa yoyote ya msanii yeyote, iwe drawing, iwe nini, sheria iko pamoja.
Lakini watu siku hizi naona wanatumia muziki ya watu alafu wanaandika I own no copyright of the music, play.
Lakini hata pia na hilo, kando na hilo ngeti
na nakokea kabisa kifungu cha according to article 1
kuna sheria zingine ambazo pia labda zinaweza kuwa pia zinatufunga. Lakini pia tukizungumzia na hilo, itawasaidia kweli kama wanamuziki hiyo bili yenye ambayo imepitishwa. Lakini mbona tusiangalie wasanii wengine ambao wanatoa nyimbo ile tunaita content ama mazungumzo yaliyo katika ile nyimbo? Je, inaweza kuwa kizuizi cha wao pia kufanya nyimbo zao zisichezwe sana ama pia zisisikilizwe sana, kwa sababu yale maudhui mengine yanaathiri jamii?
Kweli na I think it's been there, na tumeona mpaka sanaa za watu wengine zikikatwa na kuambiwa muziki usiwahi chezwa katika radio ama katika TV yoyote. Kuna hiyo sheria ambayo inajaribu kugovern. However, it's not as output. Haijaekwa vizuri vile ati tutasema tutakushika. Hakuna sheria ambayo inakuzuia ati usiende hivi, usitoe, usiweke warembo ambao hawana nguo katika muziki yako. Sidhani kuna hiyo sheria Kenya, sijaiona bado.
Tukiangalia tu nchi jirani hapa Tanzania, wao kuna bodi pale inaitwa KUSOTA. Wale inasimamia maslahi ya wasanii ya waimbaji. Kama hivi juzi waliweza kupokea ile mirabaha, the royalties ambazo tunasema. Wao waimbaji waliitwa kina Likiba, kina wasanii wote wale wakubwa pamoja na hawa chipukizi wote, kwamba nyimbo yako imechezwa kwenye kituo fulani, ilichezwa naye na kupatia pamoja na data yote kwamba imechezwa mara ngapi na inastahili kupewa kiasi gani cha fedha. Watu tuliona kwamba kule wao waliweza kufaidi hilo. Lakini tukijaribu kuliangalia sasa, tulilete swala hili hapa nchini kwetu. Je, katika kucheza muziki ya waimbaji, tunajua kwamba waimbaji wapo wengi sana. Lakini je, ni wangapi ambao kukianzishwa bodi kama hii ama jinsi ambavyo mapato yatakuwa yanakusanywa, ni wangapi watakuwa wanapokea fedha hizi? Kwa sababu tunaona kwamba kuna wale ambao mapresenter wa radio ama wa TV muziki yao haifiki kule. Je, na wenyewe watakuwa katika mstari gani? Kwa sababu mtu anatengeneza muziki, anaupeleka kule, lakini ukifika mapokezi ama reception pale wanachukua, ukamwambia sawa, kazi yako imefika. Unachukuliwa, unawekwa mahali kwingine. Unaambiwa kwamba kazi yako imefika, wewe nenda fungua tu TV utaona, ama kusikiliza radio, endelea kusikiliza. Sasa utakuta msanii kila wakati anasikiliza, angalia aone tu kwamba imepita. Hakuna. Sasa hawa nao watasaidiwa vipi? Labda kwa kulichanganua kwa uelewa wetu, hawa wenyewe wanaweza wakasaidiwa kweli, kwa sababu tumeona kwamba ni swala ambalo linawagusa moja kwa moja. Si wote ambao muziki wao unapigwa kwenye radio. Kama vile alivyosema siku hizi kuna conmanship. Lazima wewe unamjua nani kule mbele. Ndio unataka kuleta muziki wako kwa Daesak. Nani ambao unamjua?
Wananijua. Acha niseme huyu mwenye anakuja hajulikani. Kuna kama Skiza Tunes haitambui kama unajulikana ama ujulikani. Cha muhimu ni kuwa umeweza kuambia marafiki zako, familia yako, watu kadhaa hapa kule waweke muziki wako kama Skiza Tune. Kwa hivyo hiyo haitabagua. Hapa kwa TV sasa ni ombi lako na